Hi everybody, Alex Explorer here from Expert Forex, and in today's video we're going to look at robot settings that produce the most amazing results, and as shown here, take $10,000 to $7.6 million in 1 year. And I'm going to explain to you how that works, where those results come from, and how you can benefit from those particular results. Now on your screen you can see some of the results that come out of our robot analysis activities that we perform. We've invested huge amounts in hardware and software to analyze robots and generate the information we need to make a lot of money from trading robots. And in this video I'm going to show you how you can do that too, and I'm going to share a couple of secrets. Hopefully you will take them up. So to generate these trading results takes a lot of computing hardware and a lot of systems work. But all of that is useless unless you take the output that comes out of it and you turn it into lots of money. So please have a look at what I'm going to be showing you now. I'm going to show you the process of taking all of this information and turning it into money. Firstly, let me show you what we share with our existing clients and prospective clients. You don't even have to be a client yet in terms of the analysis work we do on the robot. So we promote a lot of robots, and the results and the settings for those robots are freely available if you click on that button, even if you do not own the robot. Now if you click on that button, and it basically is a page with all our robots listed here. You can click on the robot and see the analysis work we've done for that particular robot. There's a lot more that's available, and I'll show you in the next slide what you can then do. But essentially what all of this analysis does, it identifies the best currency to trade, the best time frame to trade, and the best settings to trade that have worked in the past. And unfortunately, if you think about it, there's nothing else we have to go by but by analyzing what produced the best results in the past. So here is what we supply to every of our one of our clients that owns our robots, and as I said, you can even access this information as a non-client. And firstly, we supply set files. So if you are looking for a set file for a particular robot, here's an example of one. It's generated 55,000 or 10,000 investment, and here's the MT4 set file that you can download and the MT5 set file that you can download. And as I said, you can sort the symbols so that you can see which symbols are the best to trade. You can sort the time frames to see which time frames which time frames are best to trade. So really big service just in that little section here. There. Now I'm going to share with you the big secret of robot trading. Now, one of the other things that we supply in this service are the equity charts of every single setting that we analyze. So we have equity charts for open prices, control points, and every tick. Every tick is the most accurate, but we do it on all those all those ways. So it shows you how extensive we are with our analysis. But you want an equity chart like the one that you're seeing on the screen here, that's really just going straight up. The open deals are actually in the green and above the blue line. So those are the kind of things you want to look for. Now, here, as I mentioned, this is the secret, because what you then do, and we have probably over 1,000 of these equity charts for you to go through. So what you do is you go through these equity charts and you find these ones that are trading straight up, no drawdowns, beautiful, because this is the robot that you want. If you can get 5 of these equity charts out of the I think it's about 1,500 charts that we provide, if you can just get 5 out of those and plug them in, because it proves that these robots can trade under any market conditions. This is a particular equity chart about a particular set of settings, a particular currency, and a particular time frame. And that is what you've got to go and find. It's like going through a haystack, looking through all these equity charts and finding the beautiful ones that you can use. And when you plug those in, the chances of success are just so much higher. But don't only plug one in, go and find a whole lot of these charts and create a portfolio. And once you've got this kind of thing going, you can then play around with increasing lot sizing, and that is where these massive incomes come from. So there we go. There's the action plan that you can take. You can actually go and do it without owning any of our robots. Just go into that link, find those equity charts, and then you can take it from there. The equity charts might belong to only one EA that we promote. You then go and buy that EA and you plug it in, and Bob's your auntie. Then we also supply you with full tester reports from the Forex, from the strategy tester, and here you can see a typical one supplied to you. So you get full tester reports, you get equity charts, you get the set files, and we also supply you with testing templates. In other words, this is the template that we used to test the robot to create this kind of equity chart. So if you are a little bit more advanced at robot trading, you could use that template and change it to your particular needs. And the template basically shows you which of the settings have been optimized to produce these results. So we supply you with an amazing amount of information, and quite honestly, we need this information ourselves, because this is exactly what we do. We find equity charts. We're in a better position because we can make small changes and see if we can improve the equity charts, but you can get this output on a monthly basis. So you build your equity charts up. A month later, you go and check if those equity charts are still performing as they should be, and then that month you go through the haystack again and you try and find better equity charts that might have happened in the last month, and you do that from month to month. You just find new equity charts. You drop the ones that aren't working anymore. You trade the ones that are working and the ones that are as smooth as possible, and that's how you trade Forex robots. And then you start taking higher chances by increasing your lot sizing, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Anyway, so that's what you get for free, and there's a lot of hardware that goes into this, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of expertise that goes into this, and this is all free for our clients. Now, I need to go through this disclaimer with you because a lot of people misinterpret what we do. Optimized settings are settings that work best in the past. There is no guarantee that those settings will work really well into the future, and there's no guarantee that those settings will work on your particular broker account. They are merely provided as a guide to what worked in the past and a guide as to the real potential of this particular EA. So Expert Forex and its associates cannot be held responsible for any decisions you make using these particular settings. Now, we use them very positively because we're using those equity charts, so we're pretty happy. But there are people that think that any optimized setting is a good one without even looking at the equity chart, and that is why we're making this disclaimer. If you've got an equity chart that's going straight up, then there's less chance that it will not work into the future. You must realize that's a very important point, and I'm going to repeat it. If you have an equity chart that is smooth, there is less chance that the settings that you will use will not work into the future. Now, the converse of that is, if you have an equity chart that is all over the place, that goes up and down, there's a good chance that that is what you'll experience in the future. Logic. But a lot of people don't appreciate that fact. And that is why we spend so much money and so much resource for our own benefit to find equity charts that are smooth. Okay, so now we've taken it one step further. Those free services that I mentioned earlier refer to the swing trading aspect of our robots. We have now looked and invested a lot of hardware in the last couple of months to analyze the scalping element of our EAs, as well as the use of the EAs on index trading. So we've actually created a service that has increased our resources by 4 times. So our investment in computers has gone through the roof. Our investment of effort, in time, in money has just gone through the roof. So what we're now saying is we are using that information, but if you like, we will share that information with you. So we will share it with our Premium Advantage Forum members. It allows you to see so many more equity charts so that you can find these smooth ones and build a nice portfolio on. And the membership is only $24 a month. So we're trying to keep our charges as low as possible. So why we charge for this is that we only want to attract serious Forex traders who are interested in investing in their future. So what is already available on the forum are for the Forex markets. There's the regular analysis, but this is based on the new leverage, which is 0.3, which is 30-1 and in some cases 20-1. And this is also based on scalping methods, which uses the lower time frames, which is basically 15 minutes, but in certain cases it goes down to 5 minutes. In the index market, the same thing. We have a regular market analysis which covers leverage of 20-1, because that's what's happened to the index market, and we have scalping settings for the index market too, producing tremendous results. So if you're a member of the forum, you can go and download these settings. Again, the disclaimer is there that they will not work if you do not match them with an equity chart that's going really straight up. So that's why we say, people, as I've said earlier, people think they can just take optimized settings and plug them into the computer. No. If your equity chart's doing that, that's what your results will do. Okay, so here's an example of the regular analysis. As you can see, the results, in fact, are very similar, or even in some cases better than the free ones that we have, and they concentrate on the 1 hour and 4 hour. But the difference is the leverage is 30-1, so they actually take into account the new leverage restrictions. Then the next batch that we have are the scalping ones, and as you can see, that takes the 15-minute time frame into account, and also the lower leverage. So those results are really based on reality as it occurs at the moment, and there again you can see the results are pretty good. You can see which robots are performing well, and within those results you'll be able to see which currencies are producing good results. And then when we move to the index trading, and here's one that slipped in on an equity percentage of equity basis. There's the 7.6 million, and I'll just explain that those are the ordinary settings, but instead of using as it shows you 0.1 lots per trade, you use a percentage of your equity. And why that works is that as your balance goes up, you're risking the same percentage of your equity on every trade, and that's why that increases. If you're using 0.1, it just stays the same throughout the year. So you can see how these things balloon when you start using percentage of equity. But you can't use percentage of equity on settings that don't have a smooth equity chart. I'm going to repeat that process, that over and over again in this video, because that is the secret. Okay, and if you use percentage of equity on an equity chart that goes like that, you will blow your account. Simple as that. Okay, so here we supply for indexes 1 hour and 4 hour time frames and 20-1 leverage. Then for scalping, again, the results are really good, and these are based on the ordinary lot sizing. Really good results, 250,000 for some using, for instance, the tradable RSI is doing pretty well in that particular area, and the scalping revolves around the 15-minute time frame and leverage of 20-1. So very realistic time frames and leverage for scalping trading. And naturally, again, these results sort the actual instrument, the most profitable instrument, and tells you all of that. So there's a lot of work that goes into these results. And if you are of analytical nature, you will do extremely well, because you'll find those equity charts, you'll match them with your particular portfolio, and you'll be able to trade extremely well. Imagine having 5 EAs that have straight equity charts. You trade them for a couple of months and your confidence level increases to the point where you can start applying percentage of equity to those trades, and then your results will just go crazy. So those additional settings are available to our Premium Advantage members, and you can join the club, and I will leave the links in the description of the video as well as in the commentary of the video. But you can do pretty well with the existing free information that we provide to our robot owners. All right, so what are the actions from this video? How can you benefit from it, and how can you increase your chances of success in Forex trading? Firstly, go and review the results that are currently freely available on our website. I showed you the link that you click on, and go and look at that and find those equity charts that have got these straight upline results, and you can do that as a free exercise. Then consider the advanced setting service. You don't have to do it, but consider it increases the number of equity charts to thousands that you can look at, because each setting has 3 equity charts, so you can look at a huge number of equity charts, and that increases your chances of finding equity charts that are straight, and by your chances of building a portfolio that consists of a mixture of instruments, time frames, and currencies, and index instruments, and so on. And then the third thing is consider building a portfolio of straight line equity charts that will ensure that the settings that you use are not sensitive to market changes and so on. If you get a straight equity chart, that's what that eliminates, and that also eliminates your risk of failure. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it educational. I hope I've taught you the secret of Forex robot trading. And from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.